The announcement came during breakfast, not from Dumbledore, from a prefect, standing at the head of the Slytherin table, parchment in hand, reading it like it was a list of ingredients rather than a person's name. Potter's been selected for exhibition tryouts, all first years with flying aptitude, Saturday. Harry's fork stopped. Around him, the table didn't pause, it accelerated. Two older students immediately leaned together. A fifth year pulled out parchment. Draco straightened like someone had called his name instead. "This is good," Draco said. "I didn't agree to it." "You don't have to agree. You were selected." "Yes." Harry pushed his plate forward. He stood. Draco grabbed his sleeve. "Where are you going?" "Anywhere else." "Potter, let go, Draco." Draco let go. Harry walked away from the table. Behind him, the conversation he just left continued without pause, louder even. He was 3 steps from the door when he heard it. A 6th year, clear, unhurried. Someone should write home about this. Harry didn't stop, didn't turn, but the words followed him out. Saturday came too fast. The pitch was colder than Harry expected, the kind of cold that settled into the back of your neck and stayed. He joined the loose cluster of first years near the center line. Hermione stood with the Gryffindors, arms folded, studying the course layout like an exam she intended to pass. The Ravenclaw boy was already mounted, hovering, performing for no one in particular. Harry looked at the stands. Not full, but organized. Parents in house clusters mostly, professors along the upper row, Madam Hooch at the center with her clipboard. And then, separate from it all, a man Harry didn't recognize. Dark robes, no child beside him, no house colors, sitting apart from every cluster like he'd positioned himself deliberately. He was already writing. The demonstration hadn't started. Harry looked away. Madam Hooch walked the line, checked grips, adjusted a Hufflepuff girl's stance, passed Harry without stopping, without speaking, without looking at him directly. "Mount your brooms 15 feet on my whistle. Hold position." Harry mounted. The broom settled, familiar, now too familiar. The whistle cut the air. He rose. No adjustment, no correction, just air and balance and the specific sensation of something that came too easily. At 15 feet, he stopped. Around him, the others found their levels in varying degrees of chaos. The Ravenclaw boy too high, a Gryffindor girl lurching sideways, Hermione precise but slow, climbing in careful increments. Harry didn't move. Below, the man in dark robes looked up from his parchment. Didn't write, just watched, then went back to writing. "Sharp turn left, 45 degrees. Harry leaned. The broom answered immediately. 1 second, clean. In the stands, a woman whispered to the man beside her. He turned to look, not at the other students, directly at Harry. The woman said something else. The man nodded slowly, like something had been confirmed rather than observed. Harry looked straight ahead, kept flying, kept his face still. When it ended, Harry dismounted and walked. "Mr. Potter?" McGonagall, standing at the edge of the pitch, hands clasped, expression carefully composed. "You performed well." "Thank you, Professor. Madam Hooch will recommend you for house team consideration next year." Harry said nothing. "You don't seem pleased," McGonagall asked. "Nobody asked whether I wanted any of this." A pause. "Not uncomfortable, just honest." "No, I don't suppose they did." She glanced, briefly, almost involuntarily, towards the stands, towards the man in dark robes. Harry caught her. "Who is he?" Harry asked. McGonagall looked at him. "That's not something I can answer today. But you know." She held his gaze. "There are structures, Mr. Potter, that exist beyond Hogwarts. They take interest in certain students, certain situations. And I'm one of those situations. To some people, yes." The man in dark robes closed his notebook, stood, walked towards the exit without speaking to anyone, without looking back. Harry watched him go. "You may go, Mr. Potter," McGonagall said quietly. He went, but he heard her footsteps move behind him, not towards the castle, towards Snape. That evening, the common room ran warm and loud. The flying demonstration had been good for Slytherin, therefore celebration. Harry sat near the back, watching Draco work the room, moving between clusters of older students with more ease than usual, laughing at the right moments, listening just long enough before speaking. Reflected glory worn well. A third year Harry didn't know pointed at Harry from across the room, said something to the girl beside her. The girl looked at Harry, then back, then nodded like something had been settled. Harry looked away. Draco appeared and dropped into the chair across from him, no preamble. "Ministry observer," Draco said. "That's what they're saying." "Who's saying?" "People who know things." Draco leaned forward slightly. "He was there before the demonstration started, writing before you'd even mounted." "I noticed." "Then you noticed he wasn't watching the other students." Harry said nothing. "He had a file," Draco said, "already prepared with your name written inside it." Around them, laughter, chess pieces cracking against boards, someone arguing over Quidditch statistics. None of it had anything to do with Harry, and somehow all of it did. "Who sent him?" Harry asked. Draco leaned back. "That's what everyone wants to know." "That's not an answer." "No," he agreed, "it isn't." He studied Harry for a moment. "What matters is what it means. Someone outside this school already knows what you are, before you've done anything, before you've chosen anything." Harry looked at him. "That's supposed to make me feel better?" "It's supposed to make you pay attention." Draco's voice was flat, certain. "You keep acting like staying neutral is safe, like refusing things protects you." "Doesn't it?" "No. Simply, without malice. It just means other people decide for you, and they're already deciding." He stood. "He had a file, Potter, with your name already written inside it." He walked away, back towards the fire, back towards the group. Harry sat still, thinking about a man he didn't know, a file with his name already written, organizations that apparently had been watching his family, long before tonight, long before Hogwarts, long before Harry had any idea they existed. Somewhere, in a building he'd never visited, in a room he couldn't picture, his name was in a folder. A story being written about him by people he hadn't met, in a language he didn't speak yet. Harry stared at the canopy above his bed. He hadn't asked for any of this, but Harry was beginning to understand that nobody had ever intended to ask.